Welcome back. I believe this is working. If it's not, it's working.
This is Yates.
This is Yates. This is Yates. This is Yates. We're two Yates. This is Derek.
Yates.
I'm Derek. This is not really going to be a playthrough of some sorts. It's just kind of, this is the only thing I can record. It's going to be some along the lines of a podcast, but I don't have a good setup yet to actually record anything like that. So, play something in the background while talking about random stuff, basically.
Hey!
And we can also comment about the game. It doesn't really matter. But this is going to be a long episode with no kind of goal except just to talk, like a podcast per se, minus the Dr. Pepper scene in the background. But
I was a little peckish.
I don't know if this is going to be a true format. I've always kind of wanted to do it. This kind of format. Just, we talk a lot as friends. Everybody, all our friends talk about random shit.
Like the tractor and the truck today.
In southern Indiana, yeah. And starting in 2017, great. And just, we're going to talk about random anything, and it comes to our mind. This could be an hour long. This could be 30 to an hour long podcast, if you want to call it, if I've said it 3 times already during this recording.
Well, the third time's a charm.
But this is going to be more of laid back, and I'm staying on this front page of this game just to talk. It's laid back kind of gameplay, talk about what happened. 4-time podcast kind of esque thing. Playing Callies. I don't know how to play this actually.
Hey, if you guys didn't know, we're doing a little podcast kind of deal here.
Bedtime. How do you shoot? That's jump. You don't shoot with the...
Wait, is this like 6-year-old little girl with pigtails have a gun?
This is the second one, or third one. How do you fire? But, sword is X and Z is gun. But anyway.
I was trying to hold that in. It didn't work out well.
Back to the main menu here. Come on. Come on. Cut that tree in half. Or bush. It's so awkward right there.
There is a way to change that.
I know. Anyway, hit a key. So ZX.
Normally the space bar is the jump button.
That is the jump button.
Now your jump is E.
You don't have to speak that way, Yates. What would be a good key?
Okay, what do you normally set up controls like?
I don't usually play a keyboard.
Space. What'd that one say?
Roll left.
F?
Anyway, after this 3 and 44 second delay on nothing, I did say it was going to be nothing.
Boing, boing.
So awkward. But anyway,
I am really curious as to what the hell this is.
Very Metroidvania.
All I know is I just watched a dog explode.
It's a dire wolf. Come on, Game of Thrones. Come on.
I get, like, from where I'm sitting, I see a portion of the screen plus a huge glare.
I mean, you can scooch a little bit closer. I'm comfortable right now.
But then I'd have to be, like, really, like, almost sitting on your lap.
You know what?
I'm like...
I mean, I'm not going to deny it.
We know.
Anyway, the format is, as you can already tell, there's no format to this, what we're doing. We're just shooting the shit, per se.
Just make sure you take that and put it somewhere where there's not too much backlash on you.
What?
The shit. Don't shoot the shit.
Anyway, you don't have to...
You gotta be a little stupid at times.
Anyway,
why can't we just do that to any other game out there? You just beat the chest with a broken sword or something and it opens. That's so annoying.
You could technically do that to a chest. You'd have to use a lot of manpower.
But you don't get a chance.
You don't have, yeah.
What?
You don't have a wired controller, do you?
No.
That was our phone. Whose phone was that?
That was
not
mine.
mine, because mine's on silent.
Trying to tell me something?
Anyway, have you seen any of the current new movies coming out this year?
No, I haven't actually seen any of them.
You haven't seen the?
I've seen like
the new Alien Covenant.
Alien
Covenant. Supposedly it is going to be a. I don't know if way back when Prometheus didn't do well. It didn't do well. People didn't like it because it had a biblical kind of feel to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was like the birth of a freaking species.
It was basically telling we were born from the aliens, from the xenomorphs.
Yeah, xenomorphs.
But this is what I've heard in the past, that this was supposed to be a sequel to Prometheus, but a kind of a cover-up, so they would name it Alien, so people would go see it per se. So it's called Alien Covenant, so we'll get the original fans like me to go see it. But if somebody would call the Covenant or Prometheus the Covenant, nobody's gonna go see it because they didn't like the last movie.
Well, that just tells you how freaking stupid people are nowadays. I mean, it's made to try to make you escape. That is what movies are for.
But, yeah, that's true. But I'm the critical one, I guess, in the group, and our friends that you have heard through other videos of Cody, Faith, and Yates over here. Like, for instance, like I think last year, was it Deadpool came out 2016, beginning of 2016, February?
I think so.
I like Deadpool as a character. He's one of my favorite. He's not my favorite character.
He's my favorite
character. He's Yates' favorite character. But I mean, after I saw it, I wasn't like blown away like a lot of people were. I think it's a good movie. I really did think it was a really good movie. And I'm super excited to see Reynolds in Logan, the new X-Men movie.
Not to mention they're trying to get Deadpool 2 up and going too.
Well, they put a new director. Sorry, that's the background.
Let me go shut those windows.
Yeah. He'll be back. He's shutting windows. And I died.
Derek, no!
Derek, no!
Good lord.
This is not edited. I don't know how to edit yet, so this is just shooting shit. This is more like sitting back with your friends, per se. Kind of form, too.
Prometheus, for example, it was a movie. It was to get you entertained. It was trying to get you to spend money. It was trying to get you to go, oh, hey, I like the fact that they did this or this. The whole movie you don't have to like. There's just portions of it trying to tell you, hey, this is where the aliens come from. Predators, you know they were an immediate an immediate race that was just born on another planet.
Yeah.
The aliens, acid blood and all that stuff, you know, how are you going to explain that shit?
They explained it in Prometheus.
Exactly. That's why they made Prometheus, trying to tell a backstory. Not to mention, isn't Ridley Scott part of the whole Prometheus project?
He's the director.
She?
He. Ridley Scott is the director. Ripley is the main character. Did you do that on purpose?
Yes.
And Ridley's a Metroid character too, named after Ridley Scott, which is a lot. It's a little
that
Easter
dog's
egg.
face literally just cracked me up.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Deadpool 2. Whoever they get for Cable, I don't know who they're getting for Cable.
I think it was one of the wrestlers that they had. I don't remember his freaking name. I know somebody was talking to me about it at one point in time at the
Stone
store.
Cold.
No.
Stone Cold Steve Austin as Cable. I think
they gotta have a large guy because Cable was actually very large.
He was. Did you ever see Avatar: Blue People?
Yes, I actually quite enjoyed that movie.
The general, the one that wanted to destroy the forest, is supposedly the one that talks. becoming Cable, and he wants to do it. I don't know. That was a while back rumor. I think that's right around when Deadpool came out. That was rumored that he wanted to be Cable.
The only thing about the Deadpool movie that really got up underneath my skin was the fact that they didn't add the voices in his head like they should have. Because in the comics and all that shit, he got the voices. He became crazy when he got his powers.
But did he actually? Did you feel like he was actually knew that he was in a movie?
Well, I mean,
because he knows he's in a comic book.
Yeah, but still, you want to make the character complete, make him complete.
Like where Deadpool gets his name in the comic books. Deadpool gets his comic book name from his original comic book name. I originally got it, and let me say original like 16,000 times.
Oh, you mean like a podcast kind of deal?
Like podcast thing. He got it from, everybody knows this, but a lot of people do. I believe it's from the Weapon X program that he was transferred after he wasn't exhibiting any powers per se to the Deadpool area, and that's where he got the name.
In the movie, they show it as everybody in that
whoever survives becomes the Deadpool.
No, it was a Deadpool.
It was okay.
Saying who's going to live, who's going to die.
That was basically similar to the original, which I didn't get until recently when I watch a YouTube video of Looper, another YouTube channel that I watch a lot. A lot of people don't like those.
Did that dog just poop?
I don't know. It's better how to control it.
It looked like the dog pooped at you. It pooped blood and it hit you.
Poop blood. Jump.
Eat my bloody anus farts.
Anus farts.
Anus farts.
Anus farts. No, don't fall down the hole.
Little girl go down the hole.
What else is coming out?
Did you watch the Assassin's Creed yet?
I heard it was crap. I didn't see it, but I heard it was crap.
My mother actually called me and told me she liked it.
Well...
And I'm like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing watching all these weird movies about video games? You don't even get into video games.
Mom, you're old. You shouldn't see these movies.
No, I'm not saying she shouldn't see them. I'm just saying, like, she... All of a sudden, out of nowhere, my mom's starting to watch movies about video games and shit, and I'm like, Mom, are you okay? Are you on something?
That actually scared me.
Oh God, person!
My mom, speaking of that, she loves the Resident Evil movies.
Well, see, those are actually slightly different in a sense.
Those are horrible. I mean, I like them. I personally like them. As I said earlier, I'm a big critic on everything.
There is only one movie you and I have ever agreed upon.
That's...
Skyline.
Skyline. I was supposed to say Skyrim.
Me and you both, at that point in time, were just like, give me my fucking money back. This is horrible.
I found out that was actually a sci-fi movie before it was a theatrical.
Theatrical?
Yeah, that was a big word for me. Yeah, it was. There's two cuts of that movie. There's the theatrical version.
Theatrical, yeah.
Version of the movie. Want a burp? Oh my god. No, I'm not. That wasn't me. I superpowered that
and
burp.
Telekinetically threw a burp into my face.
But there's a lot of movies I don't really care for that everybody else really likes. So I mean, I don't know what my favorite movie is.
I don't actually have a favorite. I mean, like, I enjoy movies for the fact that they're movies. They take my mind away from what's going on at the point in time. And
yeah, like I liked. I have a friend at work. We went to see Did I see Zootopia with her? I didn't see Zootopia. I saw Finding Dory with her.
Finding Dory.
Finding Dory. I actually really liked Finding Dory. She didn't really like it. I don't know why she really didn't like it. I liked the meaning. I hated Finding Nemo. The first one. I didn't like that one because it was just about a stupid fish. And I understand it's...
With a f***ed up fin!
I understand it was... he was trying to find his place. Kind of how you feel in real life. If you're kind of depressed, you can't find yourself. You have to find yourself. But Finding Dory was about Dory the fish that couldn't. She had a 10-second memory. She would lose it all the time, as you know from the first movie. I liked it a lot. It was because it had a good meaning to it. I like Zootopia was a great movie. I actually got that on. I don't buy a whole lot of DVDs, but I actually have that on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. I don't want to sound snobby that I buy a Blu-ray because everything now is a Blu-ray player. But I really liked it because Zootopia talks about race and how we shouldn't talk about black people, white people, Asians.
Oh, get a little racy in here.
But it talks about, and it goes over little kids' heads that wouldn't know any better, per se. I'm not paying attention at all.
Did you die?
I died. You lose body for it, too.
I was like, it looks like the whole screen just went, nope, we're done.
You want to try it?
Yeah, let me try it from here. I don't even know how to... Alright.
I'm not going to watch, but... Can you play a game and talk at the same time?
Shotgun pistol.
No.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to figure out controls.
Can you talk and listen? Can you talk and play? Shotgun pistol.
How do you shoot?
Z and X. Master Roshi.
Z. Ah.
Z shoot. Anyway.
Sorry, I don't play very many.
Computer games?
Yeah, very many at all.
But
that dog is literally shitting on me.
You and poop jokes tonight. Come on.
Yes. I'm listening.
I know. I'm trying to think of something.
Well, don't think too hard.
I know there's going to be a lot of dead air. I don't know. I mean, I know we're in this is the 2nd. February is January 2nd.
Yeah.
We're not far into the new month. Or the new month and new year. No.
I failed.
You failed?
I failed miserably.
Okay.
I failed miserably.
Oh god, that was painful. Say something, talk about something. Do you have anything on your mind? You want to get out or not?
Well, I mean, like,
deep.
I haven't seen the Assassin's Creed movies or anything or the movie. I said movies.
Movies.
But,
They won't probably make a sequel.
I want to see it because, I mean, how many of the damn games did we play?
I mean, there's been...
No, how many did we play?
Oh, we played all the main title. The main set.
Yeah. The thing that drives me crazy right off the bat was in the freaking previews that I saw. The only thing that the Animus was something that attached to him, and they gave him from freaking blades. I'm sorry, but if you give me some damn blades, and I know you're holding me captive, and I figure out how to work the fucking blades, I'm gonna kill your ass.
Oh, yeah, that's what kind of happened in the game. You killed the blonde chick.
Yeah, but in the game, he had to figure out how to get a weapon to do it.
It was a bleeding effect, wasn't it? That
Yeah.
you learned through the Animus.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted... Did you see in the trailer that the Animus was a giant, arm?
Yeah, it looked like a freaking claw machine arm.
I wonder if you died in the if you died in the game, you died in real life. If you died in the game or the memories Animus, would it come around and slam you on the ground?
Or would it just crush you?
Hulk crush.
Dead, clunk!
Oh,
there goes his head.
I was talking with Cody. I'm kind of just randomly doing nothing on this game. 29 years old and my voice is cracking.
Guys, he's finally
I
hitting
have
puberty.
too deep of a voice. Come on, you know that. Not sponsored Mountain Dew drinking and a pop. I'm gonna call it pop.
It is a pop.
But did I see Avengers with you, Ultron?
Yes.
I saw it twice. I saw it twice that year.
We also saw Avengers 1 with the rest of the gang.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody looked at me like I was nuts. Because that whole part where she looks at Loki and she's like, "You're a monster."
I'm not a monster.
First thing that came into my mind was Shrek. "You're a monster, not the gumdrop buttons." But continue.
Continue. I I can't wait for. This year it's not even. I don't know what's this year. This year is
2017.
2017. But this year is Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, Volume 2.
I want to see that.
They're introducing a lot of people. I don't know if Yates wants me to spoil some of them.
That's fine with me. I mean, I still want to watch it either way.
The Living Planet. I can't think of his name. Which I was curious.
I was about to say Ultron, but he's the Destroyer.
That is in the new Transformers movie. He's going to be in the Transformers. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Nope. Dude, I don't have cable, bro.
You have the internet. We're speaking on the internet as we speak.
We're speaking on the internet?
God. I just typed M question mark in my Google.
What's that mean?
What does that mean? Where were we going with this? Okay.
Transformers.
I'm
Robots in
getting
disguise.
sidetracked. I never saw the 80s the movie when Optimus dies in the 80s. The cartoon one. The one that everybody hails as the better one.
I haven't either. I just remember, like, my favorite whenever I was growing up was always Beast Wars. I had too much fun watching Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. I had a friend that burned me that. And,
It's burned into
high
your
school.
skull.
Not that, you know what I mean. Ego the Living Planet. I'm sorry, I'm sidetracking on too many things right now.
It's alright, you know I can follow you. I
That
don't
was
know about the
Guardians.
fans, but...
We have 16.
So, they're still fans.
That's true. Marky Mark's back in it, in Transformers 5. Supposedly, this is the last Transformers that...
Didn't they say that about the last one?
Yes, it's actually... Well, it still goes with it. It was like level.
Level?
Level. I'm not even playing the game. Michael Bay wasn't going to direct movie 5, but he came back too, and I don't think he wrote it. It was another guild that wrote the story. Because Bay has nothing to do with the story.
I mean, like, Michael Bay and all, his movies are pretty cool, but his special effects, where the fuck do half of these bombs come from?
It's like you could say that with J.J. Abrams, him and lens flares, like English.
Lens flares?
Like he did that in Star Wars. He did that in Trek. All that time.
Trek? Oh,
Star Trek.
Yeah, okay,
Trek.
sorry.
Come on.
Yeah, I should know all about Star Trek. I've watched every fucking episode.
But we're getting sidetracked so hard here.
So this isn't any point in this?
No, it's not, but not at all. Let's go back on the Transformers. Let's get back on to the
Guardians of the Galaxy.
not Guardians of the Galaxy.
Before that?
Before that, but led to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fuck if I know.
Avengers, whatever this is going to be. When they finally get to the gauntlet, they get to Thanos.
Oh yeah, Thanos.
When this actually pays off after what this is wave 4, whatever you call it.
Okay, so in that retrospect here, where are they going with the Avengers though? Because as of right now, everybody's split into this side and that side.
We have what do we have in?
And Captain America's not dead like he should have died.
No. That was weird how they explained it, how the directors explained it in Civil War, why he didn't die. They didn't want Captain America to die in this movie because they didn't want the movie to be bogged by that.
Well, see, the thing is, if Captain America doesn't die, he can't pass the shield, which is basically saying, hey, the younger generation is our shield.
Well, eventually he actually does pass the shield in a sense.
Yeah.
He gives it up.
But he's still alive, so that's not saying, like, the old is gone, the new needs to rise.
Yeah.
That's what the comics are all about in that sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's going to be, what is he called? The agent?
Kind of like a coach, in a sense?
No, when he puts down the shield, or when he comes back from being dead, he becomes, what is he called? Is he called the agent? that he's not Captain America. He's something else because he gives up the shield, and then it gets passed around so hard around Marvel Universe that shield does. I think Spider-Man has it at one point in time. She-Hulk has it.
With some foreshadowing though, because in that Civil War, Spider-Man does rip it out of his hands and holds it for a second.
And don't get me even started on Spider-Man. Spider-Man is Peter Parker's Spider-Man is not even my favorite character, but the character's universe, the
Xenoverse?
Xenoverse.
Man, you're mixing everything up.
The characters inside the Spider-Man universe they're my favorite characters.
Yeah.
I never really liked Peter Parker. I really don't know why. I've never really liked him.
Let me just clear my throat here real quick.
I like Venom. Venom's my favorite character. I know we've gotten sidetracked so hard, as Yates said already. This is not the point of it to get actually a straight,
We ain't no straight shooters.
Not straight shooters, not at all. But I can't wait for what they do with Spider-Man with Homecoming.
Now, see, that's the one with him wearing Stark's suit, right?
He makes a suit. The original one is called the Iron Spider, which is he's Iron Man, basically.
No, the one from Civil War, because in Civil War it's the same suit, isn't it? From the
Yeah.
previews, it looked like it.
We don't know from this. You've seen it. I'm guessing from that you've seen the trailer.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. But at first, I thought it was just like a trailer from an old point in time, and I'm just like, oh, okay, never mind. That's that suit from Civil War, is it not?
I think he wears, because in some of the shots you see him wearing his old one, his one you see in Civil War, the one he made.
Well, the one that Stark made him was in Civil War.
Yeah, he made. I don't know where this follows that.
Because they explain it in the Civil War actually that his vision, all the senses are like spiked.
Yes.
So he sees too much, like light and all that shit.
Yeah, he's been Spider-Man for 4 or 6 months in Civil War. he just became Spider-Man.
Yeah. Which means we don't need another retelling of his current past.
We didn't really, which is fantastic. And I don't think we're going to do this in this one. Michael Keaton?
Myers? No, I'm playing.
Michael Myers, which is they're making another Austin Powers.
Oh, God.
Which is not what I thought of, something else. Austin Powers. And they are also making another Halloween. But we're not on that subject.
Spider-Man.
They're still making the Spider-Man. They're still making the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. I want to know where they're coming from, where it's going. I don't think Mary Jane or Stacy Gwen.
Honestly, I think they should go past Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy.
Mary Jane is currently in the comic book is with Iron Man. She got with Iron Man.
That dick.
Which is kind of funny because you think of the age.
Yeah, that's true.
Because in current, I think she's like 30. I think Peter Parker's they're in their 30s, and I think Tony's died once and came back. But I don't think Mary Jane. I don't think Gwen Stacy is in this movie coming up. I don't know who the woman is. The teenager. She's of African descent, and I don't know who she is. They mentioned who she was, and I can't remember who she was actually. What her character is.
Much of it.
But I don't know if we're gonna see Iron Spidey in it. The Iron Man with his. Have you seen that suit? Iron Spider.
No, I haven't yet to see that.
The Iron Spider is in the comic book. It is Tony Stark. Tony Stark made it. I can't spell iron.
IRON.
Shut up, you. It's everybody that's hearing this knows what it is. That's a kid's costume. That is an action figure. Oh, I should have just gone down.
Whoa, easy.
It is actually a really cool picture. I think it's an amazing.
What? Oh, wow.
That is the Iron Spider.
Curious question.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with the legs?
I don't really remember. It was made by Tony Stark, and that's why everybody is thinking, are we going to see that suit in Homecoming?
Well, Homecoming, I mean,
I'm
thinking they'd be jumping the gun if they threw that suit in there real quick.
Well, they are the Vulture's their main enemy.
Yeah, but the Vulture hasn't been an enemy in any of the other Spider-Mans.
No, and Michael Keaton, you can actually say now, Batman's versus Spider-Man, because Keaton's been a bite man.
He's been a bite man?
He's been a Batman. But I can't wait for it. Keaton looks a really good Vulture, whatever he is. I think he's the Vulture.
Yeah, Vulture is the enemy.
He's the enemy. I said the Vulture.
Is the main enemy in this one. And, I mean, the fact, like, I know they bring Tony Stark into it, because Tony Stark is basically, like, Spider-Man's mentor right now.
Yeah.
And, I'm thinking, because I know they probably team up together in this, but I don't think Tony's going to be in the Iron Man suit.
He is.
I think
he's in the trailer.
He's going to be in there?
Yeah, there's a trailer at the very end of the first Homecoming trailer. He's flying with Spider-Man.
Did you push something out?
I have a deep voice. I can't talk time. But we're getting all these good...
Really, Copper?
Come on, Cop.
Go lay down, boy.
We're getting all of these good movies coming out this year. We're getting Logan. I don't know how they're going to do Old Man Logan.
Hey, he actually looks pretty damn old in them.
You've never read the Old Man Logan comic?
Isn't he supposed to be like?
He's
really, really old.
Yeah, he's old and he's towards the end of his life. And there's obvious X-23. The little girl is obviously his clone.
Yep.
How
do you get a clone of Wolverine into a female?
I don't know. Somebody jizzed in the test tube as a female.
That is the one thing that's been running through my head ever since I've heard of X-23.
I mean, honestly, the first experience I've had with X-23 is through Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 3? It was 3.
I'm going to take you for... Oh, no.
That was 2. Take you for a ride was 2.
Because that was whenever the graphics got really good. Oh, my God.
It's the first time I've seen it. But Fox can't do the entire story of Old Man Logan because they don't own the rights to any of the characters. What are you doing?
I got a text message, sorry.
5-minute break. Go take a whiz if you want to. It's
not going to be 5 minutes.
It's only in 32 minutes that we've talked.
It's only going to be a few seconds, I promise.
You're making it longer because we're talking about how long that's going to be.
But see, I mean, if it only takes 10 seconds to say that this is going to take 10 seconds, it's only 10 seconds. What are you talking about?
Finish
10 seconds.
Finish the
text. Sorry. Kind of rambled along a little bit there.
I guess you can call it, I'm going to call this one the superhero one.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's actually... I mean, hell, what kind of comic are you making right now?
If it gets off the ground, it's a superhero.
Exactly.
Comic.
What have we grown up with?
A superhero.
Exactly. What do we normally talk about whenever we're hanging out?
Video games.
/
Superheroes.
All right, then.
I told you this is not having any... You're just watching somebody suck at this game.
Suck so bad.
We're just talking. I don't have anything to record. This is just a rambling.
Comments, real quick. We need a comment. Would you all like to see some Bloodborne gameplay?
Got off the topic of superheroes.
Yep. Well, you said video games, so you know.
Video games. We're going to go to the part of the podcast of superhero games.
We're going to go right back to superheroes. So just, I had to ask
continue
a
with
question.
Bloodborne.
If you all would like to, go on ahead and throw it down in the comment section. I've actually found a way to, thanks to Derek and Cody, instead of having an extremely long video, about 15 minutes apiece, into little episodes that way. So if you would, throw down a comment, and we'll find out if we're going to make that or not.
Yates is going to play it because I don't normally play. I like Bloodborne, but I'm not a diehard fan as Yates is and Cody.
I like Bloodborne because there's no shields.
I like the story of Bloodborne.
Well, yeah, that and the whole gross eating.
Umbilical cords.
Umbilical
Do you eat
cords.
umbilical cords in that game?
You consume them.
I thought you just traded it to an old lady.
No, you'll consume them, and it takes you. There's 3 different endings.
Yeah, the old woman. They're not old woman juices.
Well, you never know. I mean,
there's been
that umbilical cord looks pretty stale.
If we want to go on the topic of video games, since we didn't really go anything with the movies. Actually, let's go back to that real quick. What I was getting with the Avengers about 20 minutes ago, I just want to say this because I don't get it on my head. I don't see the point of the Avenger movies, except for to show your Iron Man, the Hulk, actually a really good Hulk now that we have. Your Black Widow. I would like to see a Black Widow origin
Standalone?
movie. Yeah. Well, we got the origin in kind of the origin in Avengers 1 and 2.
Yeah, you get to see a portion of it, but
Hawkeye even though he sucked in the first movie, and Thor, was he in Thor? He was in the can't remember what
I think he was in Thor.
He was in I think he was introduced in Thor 1.
No, I don't think he was. I think he was originally in the Avengers 1. That's where he was first.
Either or. I don't think that he was he was a good character in Ultron. He was the main character in Ultron, basically. Apparently, if you're super strong, you get manipulated. That was a
Manipulated.
big word. Were they were the knees?
The bee's knees, man.
But I didn't get it because all they did was introduce. The first one, they introduced everybody. That was fun to watch, and back in 2000 whatever.
Well, again, that points me to that point. The movie is just for fun. It is to show you, hey, take your mind out of the real world for a while and get your imagination into this.
I mean, I'll agree with the Transformers and the Resident Evil movies that you just take your mind out of it and you have fun with it. I mean, if you look at it with a critical eye, like I always do, they're horrible movies.
Yeah, but they're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch. But I didn't get with, before we get sidetracked and spend another 20 minutes trying to get back on the track and get back to this. I didn't get the point of the Avengers only to figure out that we had Avengers 1 was to introduce the entire cast, Avengers 2 was to introduce and kill off Ultron. I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, nor I.
Because he's not dead in the books, if you want to go towards the comic books. Introduce the Vision. The Vision.
I've got the vision.
But I didn't understand why we had those movies to introduce the same stone twice.
Well, it wasn't the same stone.
Yeah, it was the stone, I believe.
Because the first one was
in
the
Loki's
little
staff.
Loki's staff. That was the blue one.
And then they
the yellow one is on Vision.
But so we had 2 movies introducing a stone, and
both of them introduced a separate stone.
And the separate stone, and then then the second one you got the confirmation that I don't speak well.
I know your brain thinks too fast.
Yes,
your lips don't move.
If you can't understand me, I'm sorry.
You should really see how he just moved his mouth.
I'm trying to enunciate, even though enunciate wasn't correct. I know I have a deep voice. I can even hear it in my voice right now that it's going to get shot soon. That's why I'm eating all the time. But I didn't understand why we had 2 movies that basically introduced the same tone. We got the idea that Hawkeye was a family man. His wife was pregnant, and we got Thor taking a dip in a bath in the pond and had an orgasm and disappeared into the final part of the movie to kill off, about to say Quicksilver, and that was it. Quicksilver I didn't really like Quicksilver as a character. What I'm getting at is that they're both good movies. I just didn't see the point. I want Avengers 1 and 2 to have more of a story than.
But they were so good that DC's taking a page out of the Avengers
And I think it's bad. I don't think that needs to be done.
It doesn't need to be done because they're bringing in the Flash, they're bringing in Wonder Woman, Batman,
Well,
Aquaman.
The trailer for Justice League.
Yeah, but they're doing
Cody.
exactly the same thing. That's what's driving me crazy.
That's the end of the Avengers thing. I just don't understand the reasoning behind all of that. They're great movies. It's just I don't understand why we got two similar movies. Civil War was a 10 times better movie than both of them.
I actually agree with that. And I don't agree with you often on movies.
No. But going on the DC route, I didn't like Man of Steel. It wasn't a horrible movie as is, and Returns wasn't a good movie.
Apologize, Cody. I just don't like Superman.
I don't either.
To me, he's too much of a Boy Scout and can't ever die.
He can die. He
No,
can die to
because
magic and a green rock.
he can't actually die from the rock, though.
He died twice and came back.
But he came back. Why is that? Because he didn't actually fucking die.
It's true.
He was buried underground for a little bit until the sun's rays somehow magically produced enough freaking heat or whatever radiation to his body to go, oh, my heart's alive again. Let me fly the fuck out of here.
He has the solar flare now. And he's Asian now, I think.
It's just... I mean, I get it. He's supposed to be the Boy Scout. He's supposed to be good.
He's supposed to be the American hero from the 40s.
But
The
what,
character was
what
made in the
just
40s.
drives me crazy is the fact that there's no real threat with him. Unless he goes off the wall, batshit fucking crazy.
Well, like the Red Sun, Superman was great when he's a tyrant. When he's tyrant in Injustice, he's good. He's cool. Because you can actually see now what this Boy Scout can do. What happens when this Boy Scout from another planet that is basically God, what if he goes apeshit? We have another... What's the guy's name? The one that killed him. Did you see Batman vs. Superman?
Mm-hmm.
The one, Batman vs. Superman. I kind of mumbled that one. The one that killed him, Doomsday, Deathstroke. He's in the next movie. He's in the Batman movie. Doomsday. Why did we get the Ninja Turtle from Michael Bay's film to kill him? He looked like a Ninja Turtle. And
with a lot more thorns.
With a lot more thorns.
It was Bebop or Rocksteady, one of the two.
And Bebop, did you see the new Turtles?
I know Bebop and
Two.
Rocksteady are in there. I had a little sight of them. Oh my god, would you stop texting me?
I actually like that. We've only been going for 42. But I didn't understand why we shoved so much plot into BVS. We didn't need that many plot. We didn't need him meeting Superman, Batman meeting Superman, defeating Superman, and you've heard this on the internet. Anybody that's on YouTube has heard this. Why was the part of him screaming Martha the safety word?
Don't you know? Everybody's got a safety word.
Well, you have to have
German.
safety word. So German is angry.
It's an angry safety word. With your car!
I don't even. That's probably not. It sounds like
It's
Star
not a
Trek.
word. It sounded like Klingon. Actually. God, I'm such a nerd.
I'm a nerd that I thought it was that. I didn't understand why we had that. We didn't need him to scream Batman to scream Martha.
Oh, no, stop. No. That light was burning my eyes.
He doesn't get out very often. I didn't understand that. It'd be kind of funny if we haven't been speaking into the mic this entire time. I just thought of that.
Well, let's hope it's
the mic
recording.
is on. Technical difficulties. That was a hard thing to say for me. But I didn't understand, all that. I keep on saying I don't understand in this podcast per se, in this whatever we want to call this.
The title shall be I Don't Understand
I
Marvel
understand
Movies.
what I'm saying. And podcast the 19th time. We didn't need him to scream Martha, and that'd be the safety word for them to stop fighting. Him not to kill, but killed Doomsday. And then him not to kill Superman, not to get killed. He's not dead. You see him push the ground up, like a heartbeat or something like that, or whatever. Did you see the Ultimate Cut?
Nope. Dude, I watched it one time and went, I'm done.
The ultimate cut wasn't needed, and the Suicide Squad ultimate cut wasn't needed. DC, stop making me shell out $10 to go to a movie theater to watch it. And
I didn't even like Suicide Squad.
You see Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I watched it not too long ago. I just really
Leto
didn't like
didn't
it.
like it. The Joker that was in there for 15 minutes, and then I had to buy a 30. I didn't buy it. I didn't watch it. Buy a $30 Blu-ray to find the extra 10 minutes of Suicide Squad. It's the same thing with Batman vs Superman. Why do I need to spend an extra $40 altogether to watch an entire movie?
I'm not a DC guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the TV series, The Flash, Arrow. Those are actually really interesting. I mean, it's not like hell, if they had a Deadpool TV series, I'd probably watch the hell out of that shit.
He's too rated R.
That'd be fucking awesome, though.
He's the first rated R movie.
I know,
first rated R superhero movie.
we knew what you were talking about.
And first R-rated movie to hit that high of a price. How much it made in box office? Words.
Words not my friend!
But,
Let's just scream it. But!
You want to save this for...
Did
you disturb what's-his-name's dog?
I don't know. Maybe.
But...
There's that word again.
I like to repeat a lot of things. I'm not thinking about my wording, of course.
You gotta understand, today's just kind of like the beginning of the new month. We started it out with a new year. We started it out with a photo in our little group on Facebook of a fork truck tractor. I'm sorry, a tractor with a fork truck on, or the
fork truck.
The forks of a fork truck on it. There we go. Lifting the ass end of a truck straight up in the air. Yep. Quite interesting indeed.
It was a good year. Good way to start off this year. I can even say 2017 is already stopped. 2 days into the new year. Just dated this episode. Anybody watches it 3 months later. But. So glad my keyboard lights up.
Yes, continue what you're saying, good sir.
DC needs to make a good movie. I think Wonder Woman is hopefully going to be good.
Isn't that going to be the first, actual origin story for DC?
Not if you count the bajillion Batman retellings.
But none of them are actual origin stories.
Begins was. And I don't consider that a superhero movie.
I don't even consider it an origin story. It took you... It jumped around so freaking much that it wasn't really like an origin story at all. It's just, okay, here's where he learned to fight, and now it's Batman.
Oh, that was an origin story. He learned to fight with the Shadow. What's their guy's name?
Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul.
Which, if you run into people that don't know who Ra's al Ghul is, and...
I don't know how you don't, and you've been on the internet for the last 10 years.
There was somebody texting me at one point in time, and they would not leave me alone. I don't know who in the hell they were, so they asked me who I was. I wrote down Ra's al Ghul, and they're like, "Oh, you're Indian?"
You're Indian.
I'm like, you racist prick.
I don't think he was Indian. I don't know what his nationality is.
They thought I was Indian because of the name.
People thought I was Japanese when I said I was Kuroketsuki.
Yeah,
you can't hear you. I don't know, maybe it's an echo, I'm not sure.
Shut my blinds. Shutting my blinds. Dude, that doesn't have a distinct color, does it?
It does.
Is it just this lighting that's in here that's making this look
no, it is
purplish
purple,
blue?
But it's the mic. This is the mic we're talking about.
Because whenever that big light was on, it just looked blue.
Well, that's different. I don't know what this setting is.
Well,
you can be very quiet, but I don't think I'm very quiet at all. And you're 2 inches away from the mic.
Sorry about that. I was trying to adjust myself. Adjust my sitting. The way I sit. There we go. Good Lord. So,
We're going on 49.
well, I mean, when do you want to end it?
I don't know. My setup is set up for 2 hours.
No.
Who knows? We might do another one later on tonight with Cody and Faith if they text me or I text them later. We're gonna give the mic back anyway. We might save the video game part of that, or we might go in. We might do the same thing. I'm stretching. Stretch. Ooh.
Great, now work is texting me. You know, I think one of these days I'm going to go nuts.
Don't. That's it. No.
I think I'm going to lose my mind. No.
No.
I shall not allow it. And we've been on for how long now?
50.
50 minutes?
51 about.
Alright, my laundry's almost done anyway.
I've died so many times that I haven't had a focusing. I've seen this mon.
This mon?
I'm turning. I don't know. I'm blanking.
You went to Jamaica, Mom.
Jamaican, yes. Okay. We might ended up here. But anyway, at the end of this, what was your favorite movie of 2016? There wasn't a whole lot, personally, for me. I mean, I guess I would say my favorite movie last year I saw has to be Zootopia. But leave it in the comments below. I'm about to say comics.
Not to mention, throw down the Bloodborne comment.
See if you want to see that. Yates will be doing that. And if Cody ever gets off his butt, he'll be doing a Dark Souls 3 if he focuses. Love you, Cody.
Yes, Cody, we love you, sir.
Mean it.
Love you a long time. Wait.
Anyway, we'll talk to you later, guys.
Thanks for joining us.
This will be an ongoing thing. I don't know. I don't care if you guys actually watch it, per se. Just getting our minds out there, shooting the shit, per se. I might even call this thing called Voices Cracking, shooting the shit. But thank you for watching. And if it wasn't interesting in the background, I'm sorry. But take it easy. Have a good year.
Later. Yeah, well.